On my 66th birthday, my daughter asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. At first, I laughed because I thought she was joking. But then she said something that stopped me cold. "Mom, you've spent 40 years being an accountant. Now you have 20 or 30 years ahead of you. Who do you want to be next?" That question shattered every assumption I had about retirement. I had been thinking of it as the end of my productive life, a slow decline into rocking chairs and doctor visits. But my daughter's question made me realize something profound. Retirement isn't the conclusion of your story. It's the beginning of a completely new chapter where you finally get to choose who you want to become. 6 months later, I enrolled in art classes for the first time since high school. 2 years after that, I opened a small studio where I teach watercolor painting to other seniors. At 69, I'm more energized, more creative, and more purposeful than I've been in decades. I didn't retire from life. I graduated to a life of my own design. Society tells us that after 65, we should slow down, step aside, and fade quietly into the background. But what if they're completely wrong? What if retirement is actually your chance to become the person you always wanted to be, but never had time to explore? What if your most exciting, fulfilling years are still ahead of you? Today, I am sharing 5 powerful ways to completely reinvent yourself after retirement, and why this stage of life might be the most liberating and creative period you've ever experienced. Before we explore the exciting possibilities of reinvention, let's take a moment to appreciate the incredible freedom and wisdom you now possess. The New Beginning Possibility Practice. Sit comfortably and close your eyes if that feels good to you. We're going to practice connecting with your potential for growth and reinvention. Take a slow, deep breath and imagine yourself as a garden in transition. You've had one beautiful season of growth and productivity during your career years. Now you're preparing for a completely different kind of flowering. Breathe in the excitement of having choices. For the first time in decades, you can prioritize your own interests, passions, and dreams without worrying about climbing career ladders or meeting other people's expectations. Exhale any limiting beliefs about age and capability. Release the voice that says you're too old to learn new things, start new adventures, or pursue different dreams. These beliefs are not facts. They are simply old programming that no longer serves you. Now breathe in appreciation for your accumulated wisdom. You have decades of life experience, problem-solving skills, and emotional intelligence that younger people haven't yet developed. This wisdom is your superpower for creating meaningful change. Take 3 more breaths, each time imagining a different possibility for your future self. Maybe you see yourself learning a new skill, starting a creative project, or helping others in a completely new way. Let your imagination run free without judging or limiting your visions. Gratitude for your reinvention readiness. Here's your new beginning gratitude practice. Think of these 3 aspects of your current life situation. 1 skill, interest, or passion you've always wanted to explore, but never had time for during your working years. 1 life experience or piece of wisdom you have now that you didn't have when you were younger. 1 aspect of your current freedom that excites you about future possibilities. Write these down or hold them in your awareness. When we focus on our readiness for growth rather than our limitations, we open ourselves to possibilities we might never have imagined. Here are 5 powerful ways to completely reinvent yourself in retirement and create the most fulfilling chapter of your life. Way number 1, become a student again, but this time for pure joy. Forget everything you think you know about education. This isn't about getting degrees or advancing careers. This is about learning for the pure pleasure of discovery. Take that cooking class you always wanted. Learn a musical instrument, study history or art or science just because it fascinates you. At 67, I met a woman who was learning Mandarin Chinese simply because she thought it was beautiful. Your brain remains capable of amazing growth at any age. Way number 2, Transform your life experience into service. You have decades of skills, knowledge, and wisdom that others desperately need. Become a mentor, volunteer for causes you care about, or start teaching others what you've learned. I know a retired engineer who now teaches basic car maintenance to single mothers, and a former teacher who helps immigrants learn English. Your experience isn't just history. It's a resource that can change lives. Way number 3, pursue the creative dreams you put on hold. Remember that novel you wanted to write, the paintings you wanted to create, or the music you wanted to make. Retirement is your permission slip to explore your creative side without worrying about talent, success, or other people's opinions. Creativity isn't about being good enough for galleries or publishers. It's about expressing your unique perspective and finding joy in the process of creation. Way number 4, embrace your inner entrepreneur. Starting a business after 65 isn't crazy. It's brilliant. You have experience, wisdom, financial stability, and freedom from the pressures that constrain younger entrepreneurs. Whether it's a consulting business based on your expertise, a craft business selling your creations, or a service business solving problems you understand, you have advantages that younger entrepreneurs don't possess. Way number 5, redefine adventure for your life stage. Adventure doesn't mean climbing mountains or backpacking through jungles. It means stepping outside your comfort zone in ways that excite and energize you. Maybe it's traveling to places you've always wanted to see, joining social groups that challenge your thinking, or simply saying yes to invitations you might have declined when you were busier. Adventure is any experience that makes you feel more alive. One of the biggest advantages of reinventing yourself after retirement is that you can pursue your passions without the financial pressure of supporting a family or building career security. The passion investment financial strategy. Reinvention doesn't have to be expensive, but it does require some strategic thinking about how to fund your new interests and activities. The beauty of pursuing passions in retirement is that you're not trying to get rich. You're trying to get fulfilled. Create a reinvention budget of $100 to $500 per month that you dedicate to exploring new interests, learning new skills, or starting new ventures. This might cover class fees, hobby supplies, business startup costs, or travel expenses for new adventures. My friend George's creative business story. George retired from his job as a bank manager at 66, feeling lost and purposeless. He had always enjoyed woodworking as a weekend hobby, but never considered it seriously. After a year of retirement boredom, he decided to invest $2,000 in better tools and materials to see if he could sell his work. He started making custom cutting boards and simple furniture pieces, selling them at local craft fairs and farmers markets. Within 2 years, his hobby was generating $1,500 per month in extra income. More importantly, George felt energized, creative, and valuable again. His business wasn't about getting rich. It was about staying engaged and sharing his skills with others. Practical reinvention financial guidelines. Consider your reinvention activities as investments in your mental health, social connections, and sense of purpose rather than just expenses. The cost of staying engaged and purposeful is far less than the cost of boredom, depression, and health problems that can come from an unfulfilling retirement. If your reinvention involves starting a small business, keep startup costs low and focus on activities that build on skills you already have. You're not trying to create the next tech startup. You're trying to create meaningful work that utilizes your experience and brings you joy. Look for ways your new interests can partially pay for themselves. Teaching what you're learning, selling what you're creating, or providing services based on your new skills. Even small income from your passions can help fund further exploration and growth. Remember, the goal isn't to replace your full-time income. The goal is to create a sustainable way to pursue meaningful activities that keep you engaged, learning, and contributing to your community. Reinventing yourself requires energy and vitality. These movements will help you feel strong, flexible, and ready to embrace new adventures and challenges. The Reinvention Energy Movement Series. 1. Possibility Posture Practice. Stand or sit tall and reach both arms up toward the ceiling, stretching gently for 10 seconds. Then open your arms wide as if embracing all possibilities. Repeat 5 times while thinking, I am open to new opportunities. Good posture creates confidence and the physical openness that supports mental openness to change. 2. Adventure Balance Training. Stand behind a chair for support and practice stepping sideways, forward, and backward in slow, controlled movements. Do 8 steps in each direction. Balance training builds the physical confidence you need to try new activities and navigate new environments safely. 3. Creative Energy Arm Circles. Extend your arms out to your sides and make large, slow circles forward for 10 repetitions, then backward for 10 repetitions. As you move, imagine gathering energy and inspiration from all around you. This movement keeps your shoulders flexible and energizes your entire upper body. 4. Curiosity Neck and Shoulder Rolls. Slowly roll your shoulders up, back, and down 8 times, then gently turn your head side to side 8 times. These movements counteract the physical effects of looking down or being sedentary, keeping you physically ready to explore and engage with the world around you. 5. Grounding and centering breaths. Stand or sit with both feet firmly on the ground and take 5 deep breaths, feeling your connection to the earth while reaching your arms toward the sky. This movement combines grounding with aspiration, helping you feel both stable and ready to grow. Remember, physical vitality supports mental and emotional readiness for change. These movements help you feel capable and confident about trying new things. Regular movement gives you the energy needed for learning and adventure. Focus on how these exercises make you feel rather than perfect performance. A strong, flexible body supports a strong, flexible approach to life reinvention. Let me show you how to create a simple digital journal to document and celebrate your reinvention journey, creating a meaningful record of this exciting chapter of your life. Building your reinvention digital journal. Step 1. Choose your platform. Use a simple app like the Notes app on your phone, a basic word processing program on your computer, or even a free blogging platform like WordPress or Blogger. Don't worry about complexity. Pick something that feels comfortable and accessible to you. Step 2. Create your journal structure. Set up simple sections. New things I'm learning, adventures I'm taking, people I'm meeting, challenges I'm overcoming, and discoveries about myself. This structure helps you notice and celebrate your growth in different areas. Step 3. Document weekly wins. Every Sunday, write down 3 specific things you did that week that represent your reinvention journey. Maybe you took your first art class, had coffee with a new friend, or researched starting a small business. Celebrating small steps keeps you motivated for bigger changes. Step 4. Include photos and memories. Add photos of your new activities, places you visit, or things you create. Use your phone to take simple pictures that capture your experiences. Visual memories make your journal more engaging and help you remember details years later. Step 5. Write letters to your future self. Once a month, write a short letter to yourself 1 year in the future, describing your current hopes, fears, and excitement about your reinvention journey. These letters become treasured reminders of your courage and growth. Step 6. Share selectively. Consider sharing portions of your journal with family members or close friends who are supporting your reinvention. Your journey might inspire others and create deeper connections with people who care about your growth and happiness. The beautiful result: you'll have a meaningful record of one of the most transformative periods of your life. This journal becomes both a celebration of your courage and a roadmap for others who want to reinvent themselves later in life. Your willingness to reinvent yourself after 65 isn't just personal growth. It's a powerful legacy that gives others permission to continue evolving and pursuing dreams at any age. The Reinvention Legacy. Reflection. Think about this question. What does your commitment to growth and reinvention teach others about the possibilities that exist in later life? Your answer reveals the broader impact of your personal transformation. When you pursue new interests, learn new skills, and create new identities after retirement, you challenge ageist stereotypes and demonstrate that vitality, creativity, and purpose don't have expiration dates. 3 ways your reinvention creates legacy. 1. The possibility modeling practice. Your reinvention journey shows younger people that life doesn't end at retirement. It evolves into something potentially more meaningful and personally satisfying. When your children and grandchildren see you learning, growing, and pursuing dreams, they learn that it's never too late to change direction or discover new aspects of themselves. 2. The wisdom in action demonstration. Your reinvention proves that accumulated life experience is an asset, not a limitation. You're showing others how to leverage decades of learning, relationship skills, and emotional intelligence to create something new and meaningful. This is wisdom in action rather than just wisdom in memory. 3. The age-positive culture creation. Every time you embrace growth instead of decline, adventure instead of caution, and possibility instead of limitation, you contribute to changing how society views aging. You are helping create a culture where people look forward to their later years as times of freedom and self-discovery. This week's Reinvention Legacy Challenge. Share one aspect of your reinvention journey with someone younger than you. Tell them about something new you're learning, a dream you're pursuing, or an adventure you're planning. Your example gives them permission to continue growing and changing throughout their own lives. Your reinvention isn't just about personal fulfillment. It's about rewriting the narrative of what is possible in later life and inspiring others to see their own aging process as an opportunity for continued growth and discovery. Tonight's challenge will help you take the first concrete step toward reinventing yourself in retirement. The One Reinvention Step Challenge. Before bed tonight, identify one specific action you can take this week toward exploring a new aspect of yourself. It could be researching one class, workshop, or learning opportunity that interests you, reaching out to one organization where you might want to volunteer, buying supplies for a creative hobby you've always wanted to try, writing down 3 business ideas based on your skills and experience, planning one small adventure or new experience for the coming month, having a conversation with someone who has successfully reinvented themselves. Choose something that feels exciting but manageable. The goal isn't to completely transform your life overnight. The goal is to take one step toward discovering who you want to become in this new chapter. If you feel comfortable sharing, come to the comments and write, "This week I'm exploring my reinvention by specific action." When you publicly commit to a reinvention step, you increase your likelihood of following through and might inspire others to begin their own transformation journeys. You might be surprised by how energizing it feels to take even a small step toward becoming a new version of yourself. Each action you take builds momentum for larger changes and discoveries. Remember, reinvention isn't about abandoning who you've been. It's about integrating your life experience with new possibilities to become an even more complete and fulfilled version of yourself. Let's celebrate what we've discovered about reinvention after 65. Retirement isn't the end of your productive, creative, or adventurous life. It's your graduation to a phase where you finally have the freedom, wisdom, and resources to become exactly who you want to be without external pressures or expectations. You have accumulated decades of skills, experience, and emotional intelligence that are valuable assets for creating meaningful change in your life. Your age isn't a limitation. It's a foundation of wisdom that makes your reinvention more intentional and potentially more successful than changes you might have made when you were younger. Most importantly, Your willingness to grow, learn, and evolve after 65 creates a powerful legacy that changes how others view the possibilities of aging. You're not just improving your own life, you're expanding what's possible for everyone who comes after you. If this message about reinvention and possibility resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit from seeing retirement as a beginning rather than an ending. Subscribe if you haven't already, because we're rebuilding a community of people who believe that the best chapters of life might still be ahead of us. Share one dream, interest, or possibility you're excited to explore in your retirement in the comments below. Your vision might inspire someone else to pursue their own reinvention journey. Remember, you are not too old to become who you are meant to be. You're not too old to learn, create, serve, or adventure. You're exactly the right age to start living the life you've always imagined, but never had the freedom to pursue. Until next week, embrace your possibilities, trust your wisdom, and remember that your most exciting and fulfilling years might be just beginning. With excitement for your reinvention journey,